Sorry, my drink bottle keeps screaming out. Every time I take a drink from it, it makes that sound. Listen to this, ready? Of course, now it doesn't do it.
It's fifth period. The party's fifth period. Get headphones and hear it. Let me hit that Rodrigo. Let me hit that Rodrigo.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back for Term 3 of 5th Period, the film podcast hosted by two media teachers, where today we are putting munition chips into this pod to bring it to life. My name is Mr. Brown, and with me as always is...
Major Nick Hazard.
Really good.
There you go.
Really good.
It's Mr. Boylan. I'm back. It's Term 3. We're ready to rock and roll in the war between the Commando Elite and the Gorgon Knights. Hopefully everyone's had a good break. I know I did, and I know Mr. Brown did as well.
I certainly did. Did miss doing the pod with you, mate, but I had a little in-between outing with Wits. He made a grand return to talk a ranking for the Mission Impossible franchise. So if you didn't get a chance to see that over the break, jump across to the YouTube channel and let us know what you think about how everything's stacked up.
Yes, have to go check that one out. No, I unfortunately wasn't able to be there for that one. I was sunning it up in London, Paris and Zurich. So I had a good time overseas.
Notoriously sunny places there.
And they are not built for it, nor are their buildings. And so anytime now that they talk about a British heat wave, I'm going to get it. Because I never used to, but I do now.
Righto.
Anyway, Small Soldiers.
In addition to our main discussion of Small Soldiers today, we will also be chatting about some tantalising trailers. So if you want to skip ahead to any of that, I will leave time codes in the description below.
Hi, I'm Beth. Hi, I'm Milla. We're going to be talking about Small Soldiers.
A big thank you to Beth and Milla for their intro to the pod today. Beth is in production this year and is absolutely killing it. So I was very pleased she could jump on for the intro. Milla, I actually don't teach. You teach Milla?
I did. So I had Milla for Year 7 media last semester.
Nice.
So unfortunately, she's a former student now, but hopefully get to have her again in Year 8 media. She was an absolute rock star of a student in Year 7, did a really fantastic job in all of the tasks, and a very energetic and bubbly person to have in Year 7 media. Hopefully see her in film club for the rest of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it was really nice to meet her at the end of the term. You tried to tee up for her to do the intro. And at first she was a little hesitant. She was like, what do I have to say? And then you said it and she was like, oh, easy.
Yeah,
I got this.
Light work.
And she did definitely have it. So thank you very much, both Milla and Beth, because it was lovely to have you in Film Club and lovely to get you on to do the intro.
Thanks, girls.
Beautiful. Let's jump into Small Soldiers, directed by Joe Dante. He's
Joey
back.
Dante.
This is our 4th Joe Dante film.
We've done a lot of Joey Jojo films.
We have done a lot of Joey Jojo
Joey Dante
films.
and Joey Johnson.
That's true.
But this is Joey Dante.
We got Looney Tunes back in action. We did Gremlins, and prior to your time on the pod, we have done The Burbs as well.
Yes.
A lot of vibes from Gremlins and The Burbs in this one.
Oh, yeah.
So you've got the idea of like smaller creatures coming and wreaking havoc. You've got the setting is the same as those other two films as well. That Wisteria Lane set, I think it's called like Colonial Drive. Whatever it is at the backlot of Universal, that street is super recognizable anytime they've got a neighborhood set there. So I was getting a lot of vibes from Gremlins and The Burbs, but also just that quirky blend of horror and comedy.
A bit of that madcap sort of entertainment. Yeah, it's a bit zany, it's a bit goofy.
It's a bit like, who is this aimed at?
We don't. Well, it was aimed at. I feel like we'll talk a little bit about sort of what it was like behind the scenes, but certainly it was marketed initially at like a slightly older audience.
Absolutely. So similar to Gremlins, it was initially intended to be a bit of a darker film, but the studio pushed for a more child-friendly vibe about halfway through shooting. So that is why you do get a bit of inconsistencies between the tones. You've got that creepy scene with the Gwendolyn dolls, the Gwendy dolls.
The Gwendy dolls.
In that moment particularly, you do go, oh, this doesn't feel like a kid's film.
No, not at all. And that's why I enjoyed that scene probably the most. The film obviously kicks off with, we got this sort of military edge to it by the toy company that basically...
Globotech.
Yes.
All I could think, mate, was,
Globo
at
Gym?
Globotech, we're better than you, and we know it. Sign up now.
We're more commando than you, and we know it.
But we meet toy designers Erwin and Larry,
David
played
Cross
by
and Jay
Jay
Moore.
Moore. And oh man, I adore both David Cross and Jay Moore so much.
They're great.
Really, really good dynamic between them because they're both playing these nerdy type characters. But Jay Moore just feels like he is so much cooler than David Cross. I don't feel like he is, but he feels it in himself.
He's like, yep, I'm got the, I guess, the superiority.
Yeah, I'm the cool one between the gangs.
I'm the cool toy designer.
I'm going to take him under my wing and teach him how to really market toys.
Yes.
But they're doing a big pitch to the no-nonsense head of the company, Dennis Leary, in the role that he is just perfect for.
So good.
He's an asshole, such an asshole. I also really laughed when they are introduced to his assistant. Do you know what his assistant's name is? Miss Kegel.
Interesting.
I mean, she might as well be called Miss Pelvic Floor Muscle. She's got this alluring vibe to her, not necessarily throughout, but at least to these nerdy guys. When they first see her, they're like, wow-wee. And then she's like, I'm Miss Kegel. It's not super subtle.
Not really.
Names. And look, that's a pretty consistent theme throughout the entire film. Like, you got Chip Hazard, and his Chip literally is a hazard for the film. Oculus, and he's a big eye. Archer carries a bow. So, yeah, they didn't spend too much time designing the character names.
No.
But they did spend a whole lot of time designing the characters themselves, and they look fantastic. Stan Winston.
Absolutely cooking. We love a bit of Stan Win. And this is not a Stan Lewiston.
No, you're right. It is a Stan Winston.
They're obviously marketing not just one sort of selection of toy, but a collection that would go against another one. We've got sort of the soldier-based Commando Elite versus the peaceful aliens who are a little bit sort of warped and crazy, but they're the Gorgonites.
The Gorgonites, yeah. So kind of based on the Masters of the Universe type toys in real life. Likewise, the Commandos based on G.I. Joe. But they are an alien species designed to educate kids originally because they're not from Earth. They can learn things about Earth and teach kids about Earth at the same time. And Dennis Leary's just like, educational? Boring.
I want the soldier guys who shoot things, please.
Exactly. Big old yuckers to education. So Larry pitches second, and I will say that Erwin's pitch wasn't helped by his kind of bumbling and fumbling throughout. Like, I really, really enjoy the part where he starts taking out pictures of it. He's like, I drew up some pictures. That's a picture. That's a picture. He doesn't have the panache that Larry has when he gets up and shows
he's a cool one.
his big audio-visual presentation.
True.
In his ad, the Commandos punch their way out of the box, and Leary's a little disappointed to hear that this is,
Can they
in
actually
fact,
do that?
false advertising. I love the line when he goes, I'm sick of shampoo commercials that make women think they can look like Claudia Schiffer after one rinse and repeat.
But yeah, basically they're okay to sort of move things forward with the designs, but they are struggling to get things done, essentially.
Yeah, so what Dennis Leary does, he goes, look, I will greenlight it, but you got to make some changes. First of all, I'm going to give you some secret company codes that will allow you access to technology and microchips that will make them actually able to do the things that you say they can in advertising. And also, instead of making the Gorgonites the good guys, what we're going to do is we're going to make it so the Commandos are the good guys, and they're going to take out the Gorgonites.
Yep. And so that basically creates the entire conflict of the movie, and that they're going to hunt down the Gorgonites.
Yeah, we get a nice little Gremlins reference here with the password being Gizmo.
Oh, yeah.
That's fun. I think later on we actually see a gremlin as well, maybe in the trash when they're looking for the Gorgonites. But what I don't understand is why does the whole getting their passwords mixed up have to be in the film? It makes it seem like that's going to be a cause of the conflict.
But it's not really.
No, it isn't. They both have access to the same stuff regardless.
Yep, and they have access to this particular sort of like a microchip.
I love it to find it. He's like, really good microchip. He obviously knows nothing about how to actually do this stuff.
No.
But then we get that awesome credit sequence.
Yep, with the sort of construction of the toys, and it looks fantastic. It really does. And it's
Danny boy, he's done it again.
cooking.
I really like the blemishes in the toy designs as well. Like you see where the plastic has got marks scratched on it. And yeah, it looks really, really good. And once it hit this credit sequence, the nostalgia for me came flooding back in.
Yep.
This was one I watched a lot as a kid.
Same.
And have not revisited in a very long time as well.
Yeah, because I was going to say, this came out when I was 5 years old, so I would have watched this, I think, probably at the age of 5, 6 or 7 or something like that. Probably each year. It was a pretty regular one to get from Blockbuster. I don't know what it is about, like, kids and family films where, like, inanimate objects sort of come to life. Obviously,
Toy Story, right?
Toy Story, Child's Play. Exactly.
Both aimed at children. So we meet Alan riding his bike through town. And this is... Yes.
I'm going to do that a lot.
Yeah. No, that's how I feel Archer talks to him.
Oh, yeah. Alan.
But this set too, also super familiar. So it's actually filmed in Orange in California, but you will have seen things like Forrest Gump there, maybe Legally Blonde as well. It's just a very iconic looking town. He's working at his dad's toy store, and we get told quite early on that he's trying to earn back his parents' trust.
Yep.
So this is kind of given to us in little bits and pieces, but essentially he's been kicked out of 2 schools. And I like that they kind of establish him as this rebellious type character. Like, he's not... Look, he's not rebellious. He's not super rebellious, but it gives a bit more justification to the things like them not trusting him later on in the film. And also, it perfectly sets him up to do a bit of a shady back alley deal with old Slippery Dick Milla.
Very, very true. Couldn't be a Joe Dante film without him.
Oh my goodness. We've had so many Slippery Dick films. Was that like our 5th, I reckon?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. He's back.
He's back. He keeps coming back. Old Slippery.
He does.
But basically, yeah, he's the guy who's working for Globotech. Or he's with the truck. Is he? Or
No,
he's
he's just
a truck driver,
like,
or?
he's a truck driver that delivers toys for different toy companies, I think.
Well, he's got Globotech basically for this one, and they work out, what's one of these fancy toys?
Yeah, so
back.
the shipment that he's dropping off to Alan is not the Gorgonites or the Commando Elites, because Alan's dad doesn't like toys that encourage violence. And this is essentially what the whole metaphor of the movie is. You got the dangers of violent toys on impressionable young kids. And I think that's why the character of Timmy is so important. This is a young kid who really idolizes this.
Commando Elite, yeah.
Exactly right. And Joe Dante is just super good at layering in these like morals and metaphors in his films. We've got Gremlins as a bit of a look at correct pet ownership and making sure that you are responsible and following the right rules when you are looking after them. And also The Burbs is a real insight into suburbia and paranoia and the ideas of rumors spreading as a result of that stir crazy kind of mindset.
Yep.
And yeah, he's really good with his symbolism and his themes within his films.
For sure. As you said, basically convinces Dick Miller to give him a set each of the 2.
Yeah,
they
so
have a look.
6 Gorgonites, 6 Commando Elites.
Yep. Convinces like, hey, if I can sell these while my dad's away.
His dad only goes away for one night and
Yeah.
nobody comes into the store. How does he think he was going to sell all 12 of them?
He thinks he's a really good salesperson.
Yeah, wow.
It's terrible. He's almost as terrible as he's talking to women because in comes Kirsten Dunst.
I disagree. I think he is very good at talking to women. He completely rizzes her up.
Nah, lack of riz.
You know when they're unpacking the toys and we get that cardboard cutout of Chip?
Yep.
And it kind of looks like he's walking because he's shaking it from side to side. Really interesting detail. In that cardboard cutout, he's holding up a gun. And it's the same image used on the poster design, but they actually removed the gun from the poster design after it had already been created. And that's why he's got that weird hand placement.
Yo.
No, but he is
Yeah.
awkwardly holding it. Like he's supposed to be holding it on the side, the gangster gun sign.
Yep.
And his hand is just there.
There's nothing more
Nothing in
gangster than Tommy Lee Jones.
That's it. That is it. But as you say, Christy comes in.
Young Kirsten Dunst.
Yes, with little brother Timmy, who I was like, you look so familiar. It's the kid from Cheaper by the Dozen.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Kirsten Dunst dealing with another Alan.
Alan.
After Alan Parrish.
I know, right? And again, she's heard some rumors about Alan, just like Alan Parrish.
Yes.
Except this time he didn't chop up his family.
In the walls.
He's been kicked out of, she thinks it's like 10
Alan doesn't
schools.
chop up the family. They think his
the
family
dad chopped him up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm all over the place.
Too many Allens.
He is
Alan
living
by
in-
the dozen.
Nice, that's good. Oh, he buys the Commandos and the Gorgonites by the dozen.
Alan buys
Because they're
the
cheaper
dozen.
that way. Oh, dear. So,
Tom Welling.
because Alan had been kicked out of school twice, they've moved into the area, and Kirsten Dunst actually lives in the house behind his.
Yes.
And he's got a big old crush on her, but she only dates older dudes with big, doofy middle parts.
And motorbikes.
That's it.
And motorbikes. Who's like the classic jock. Oh, I'm gonna play basketball.
Yeah, why didn't you come watch me at the game?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, we're talking. What a smooth way to talk about sports.
Hell yeah. It's my go-to.
But yeah, that basically Timmy's a bit keen on the toys and stumbles in on them already, starting to throw down.
Exactly right.
Off camera, which is great. But yeah, Archer hides away in the backpack, and then Christy goes off with her boyfriend.
Because they can't find the toys.
Yeah.
We'll come back tomorrow once you've kind
Yes,
of got your
correct.
shit together. We meet Alan's parents, Kevin Dunn and Anne Magnuson, and I love them both. I think they're really good in this role, but they get so quickly overshadowed by Phil Hartman as Christy's dad in the backyard.
Phil Hartman's last, I think, live action role.
Is that right?
Yep.
Ah, very sad. Very, very sad. But he's just in his element here,
him.
playing Phil Fimple. What a name.
Phil Fimple?
And
Phil Fimple?
he is, oh, no, he's
Nothing
complex.
Fimple about him.
No, he's not Fimple at all. He's really good. He's just this obnoxious neighbor, but he also has like this fake friendly attitude as well. It's a very similar role to his role from Turbo Man. What's that called? Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like really overly friendly, but he's doing all the bad neighborly things like cutting down their tree for his satellite dish. I really like how they talk about the danger of the satellite dish causing cancer, and he's like, there's no conclusive data that providing a link between those things. Ironically, in the end, the satellite dish saves people's lives.
Correct. It
Well,
does.
toys' lives.
They're real, too.
Yeah.
As I said, Archer's just sort of stashed away in the backpack, and Alan's just sort of kicking back in his room. Yeah, Archer comes alive.
Yeah, I really like these effects.
Looks pretty good.
Similar to Jurassic Park, Stan Winston was supposed to do way more puppet work, but as they started working on the film, they realized it would actually be cheaper to do CGI, and I don't mind it. There's a bit of a mix. I think it's maybe like 1/3 puppetry, 2/3 CG, but working them together, I think it's a pretty effective end result.
Yeah, I think there's only a couple scenes where it kind of gets a little bit janky. The chase scene when like Nick Nitro gets onto the bike and stuff like that. I think
yeah.
It looks a little bit wonky, but the rest of it I think looks pretty good, and I think
You
it
should have
works
introduced
really well.
yourself as Nick Nitro.
I really should have. Yeah.
Oh, well, next time.
Next
Next time we do small soldiers
for the
on
sequel.
pod. Even smaller soldiers.
Even small soldier. Alan kind of quickly works out that Archer's actually
You say quickly, but
no.
Archer has the worst communication skills ever.
Alan.
Like, I love Frank Langella, is
Yep.
it? I really like him in the role, but Archer in those initial scenes, his communication is terrible. Like, it makes it seem like he actually is...
A toy?
What? Makes it seem like he actually is going to hunt other people down. Like, in the way that he phrases things, he has a real roundabout way of communicating. And every time, greetings, I am Archer, leader of the Gorgonites.
An emissary of the
Oh,
Gorgonites.
emissary. Sorry, he said it enough times. I should have remembered. But yes, he does eventually manage to get out that the commandos are going to try and hunt them down.
Yep. And perfect time to cut to those commandos, because we get Chip Hazard waking up, who's perfectly voiced by Tommy Lee Jones.
So good. So good. Like, I mean, Tommy Lee Jones is made to play a commando type character.
100%. He's very much like sort of his character in like The Fugitive and stuff like that, just barking orders at
Every
people.
hen house and outhouse.
That's the kind of vibe. I'm pretty sure he does play like...
Captain America.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, in Captain America.
But the other commandos have just the best names. We got Kip Killigan,
Nick Nitro.
Butch Meathook,
Yep.
Link Static,
Link Static's my favorite.
and Brick Bazooka. Very, very good. Fun fact, most of them are actually voiced by the Dirty Dozen, or members of the Dirty Dozen.
So good.
Cheaper by the Dirty Dozen. But unfortunately, they were all going to be members of the Dirty Dozen, and Richard, I think it's pronounced Yakel. It's a J, but I think it's like Yakel, passed before filming. So Bruce Dern actually stepped in and played that role, which again, alumni from The Burbs.
Yep.
And his wife from the Burbs, Wendy Scholl, is Mrs. Fimple.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
But they decide they're going to hunt down and destroy the Gorgonites, and we get kind of like this sinister, dark shot outside the shop where we can hear them starting to attack.
Yeah, it's like they've just massacred these toys, basically. Gives them the big military spiel and everything like that. It's great.
You can't hold it against them, though. It's in their programming.
It's literally they're programmed to hunt down.
To them, they think they're bad guys.
Correct.
So, you know,
They're just doing their job.
Exactly right. They're
Just
not
like
as
all
bad
military
as
people.
this film makes them out to be. He gets quite sad and emotional when he loses members of his team.
He does. As a result of them taking out their mission, Alan's family store has been absolutely trashed.
Yeah, so one of the Gorgonites has been picked off already. He's in bits and pieces. And my head went that way.
My legs
My
went
legs
that
went
way. Classic.
But all the other commandos and Gorgonites have vanished, and as you say, the story is completely trashed.
Yep.
Christy comes back.
Yeah, and thinks it's an insurance scam, which is so good.
Well, nobody trusts
It's
Alan.
like, Alan, you're a criminal. Of course you're doing this as an insurance scam.
You've burnt down like 20 schools at this stage, Alan.
What is Christy doing if she thinks it's an insurance scam? She's just as bad.
Don't know, but she sticks around to help him clean up, and once again get a little rizzed up. herself by
Yeah, and it's
Alan.
like, oh, you're not like other girls. And I'm like, oh, brother. That's what I wrote. And it was just like the classic line is because she listens to Led Zeppelin. Shut up, Alan.
Yeah. No, I know I said I think he's all right at chatting up.
No, he's not.
I think it's when he comes and talks to her on the phone later on. That's my favorite bit.
Oh.
But it's all for nothing, the big cleanup, because his dad comes home and discovers the broken ship mast in an instant. Walks in,
Incredible.
he's like, what's wrong with that?
Whacks it and it's like breaks out, yeah.
He's really good in this scene. Some of like the sarcastic remarks he makes. You were dusting it with what? A croquet mallet? We get a fun sequence now with Alan riding home, Archer in the backpack, and the commandos trying to get Archer out and kill him.
Yep,
So
so
they're
they-
not attacking Alan at this stage. They're still just after Archer.
Yep, so they like slingshot brick bazooka
They do.
Onto the bike. There's the dog chasing them, obviously because
yeah.
sees a toy on. And has Gorgonite with a question mark. And then Chip has this like, it's Gorgonite Canine Corp. And it's just like, yep, that's just a big old Gorgonite. And then, yeah, they track Alan down eventually after sort of Brick Bazooka gets
Gets
off
his
the
legs
bike.
off.
He does.
With a Wilhelm scream, too.
Yeah,
There's
good.
2 sneaky Wilhelm screams. There's one here and one in the lawnmower sequence later with Christy, where she's just mowing him down.
She is mowing, literally.
Literally. But yeah, Alan's furious, calls the toy company to complain, and Owen and Larry hear the
So
message.
good, though, when she's on the phone.
Have a nice day, ma'am.
I'm not a man.
Yeah.
It was so ridiculous. But yeah, they find out basically that there's chaos being caused by the toys and they're going to go investigate essentially.
Yeah.
The thing that I do enjoy though is when like Archer's trying to talk to Alan and there's one stage where he kind of just like opens his mouth and then just says nothing and it just goes away. And he's like, okay.
I think that's because he puts the headphones on and then he goes to do it and he thinks better
No.
of it. The commandos trap Archer. He is so gullible. You can quite clearly hear that these are not the Gorgonites.
Yeah, because it's being undercut with their voice. But yeah, Chip's
They're
in
just
the
bickering and arguing.
Yeah, Chip's in the
over
cupboard with
who
a
killed
spotlight.
who.
Yeah, they capture him, but then he's being like strung up, asking about sort of where the other Gorgonites are.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with their methods.
What, with the garbage disposal?
Yeah, they use like every form of frowned upon warfare throughout this. They've got chemical warfare, they've got psychological warfare.
With music. Yeah.
Alan comes in and saves Archer and jams Nick Nitro in the garbage disposal. You're out
did.
for the count, mate. Oh, well, you crawl away for a bit, but then your battery's dead.
today.
And his parents actually catch him, though, and he ends up having to admit to everything that has happened.
And then he's trying to get like Archer to say something and then he won't come clean, basically.
Brilliant choice to put Kevin Dunn's nose in one of those, like, nasal clearing passage strips. Really, really funny. He's so angry. He's like, what word did the psychologist use? Projected aggression.
That's what he's doing. Projected aggression.
That's it. But Alan ends up finding the rest of the Gorgonites hiding in the trash. Really fun detail about the Gorgonites. They're voiced by the cast of This Is Spinal Tap.
Yeah, it was really good.
So, so good. So those guys have worked together on a bunch of projects, but that's probably one of their most notable.
Yes.
Really good voicing. I really like all of these characters.
Alan.
The one that looks like he's got a real Quasimodo vibe to him reminds me so much of Horror from the Page Master.
Well, I mean, we'll get to it later. Literally what he says.
Oh, sanctuary.
Yeah.
Oh, the broken one is also fixed.
Yes,
and they give
put
him
back together.
They give him a new name, Frankenstein.
Yes.
Which is fun because later on he's actually watching
King of
Frankenstein.
yeah.
So Erwin and Larry go to the military lab where the chips were created, and the little freak out that he has in like the decontamination chamber. As soon as it just shoots down on him.
It's like, that's what's supposed to do, brother. It's
Good
okay.
fun. Brother.
It's okay.
But they find out that the chips are super dangerous but can be deactivated
With
if
an EMP.
exposed to an EMP.
Yes. Well, though it can't be deactivated by an EMP.
Alan?
Alan's wrist.
Yes!
On the phone.
I love this when he's talking to her and she's like, officially I'm going out with Brad. And he goes, what about unofficially? Or superficially even?
Yeah, so good. And then she basically starts talking hypothetically about Alan.
Yeah. Hey, it's working. His charm is working.
He's working it.
But unfortunately, the commanders have wiretapped the phone and decide that they will kidnap her to make an exchange for the Gorgonites. So they're no longer just going for Gorgonites. They have realized that Alan's aligned himself
He's
with
a
them.
sympathizer.
So they're going to basically try and make some sort of a trade.
Yep.
And this is a pretty fun scene with Phil Hartman and the TV. Like he's trying to tune it, get it right. And then he sits down, and this has got to be an improv. He just goes, I think my favorite war was probably World War II.
Mucking around with like the color or something on the TV is like, oh, the flesh tones are way off and stuff.
The like jargon that he uses for all the technical stuff that he's fiddling with in this, really fun.
It's
really
good fun. He's really going well here.
Mrs. Fimple's-
is enjoying a gin and tonic. She's feeling supersonic.
So essentially they knock him out with some sleeping tablets.
Get
And
them-
then come across Timmy.
They do. Timmy gets a bit excited, but he works out, I'm a bit over my head here, and he gets tied up and captured.
It's really funny because when he first comes across the toys, he obviously just thinks they're regular toys, and he starts talking through a scenario where he's like initially admiring Chip, but then he's going to get shot and someone else is going to get promoted, and then you hear one of the others go, "It wasn't my idea, Commander." This was a lot funnier than I remembered. Like lots of little lines in the
Just like
background
little
from
bits
the
of
toys
yeah.
that are very, very fun. Then we get the coolest scene in the whole movie. It is so creepy. They decide using Nick's leftover chip,
Yep.
they are going to bring the Gwendy dolls to life.
And who they're voiced by?
They are voiced by Christina Ricci and Sarah Michelle Gellar. I obviously didn't know this until I watched it last night. Instantly recognized Sarah Michelle Gellar, but didn't know it was Christina Ricci until I looked it up.
No.
Just awesome. Really, really cool. I like how it is an almost Frankenstein-esque
It's
sequence.
alive!
And then it cuts to them watching Frankenstein. It's just really sinister. The whole scene where they attack Christy is awesome. The only thing I don't like about it is, you know, she does that like slow motion fall and then she just lies there while they attack. It's a bit strange, but the scene in general is great. I like that they still have these archaic beauty standard phrases that they're saying about looking prim and proper, but their faces are all melted and yeah, it's really, really cool.
It's almost got a bit of like the original Toy Story, like with what Sid's been doing with the toys and stuff. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting here. But yeah, it's super creepy. And you talk about like it being a bit of a tonal shift here. I'm just like, I wouldn't mind more of this.
Yeah,
and
well, we would have
could've.
got more, yeah. But they send Alan a ransom VHS tape.
So
Those
good.
were the days.
Yep, and I love the fact that like you've got was it Insaniac, and he's like, what else is on?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because they're watching it through, and I love that she's reading the message. Under no duress. Yeah, right.
It's like I'm under all the duress.
Oh,
You
dear.
stupid toys.
But Alan cooks up a plan, sneaks into the house with like the fake box of Gorgonites out the front as a distraction.
Yep.
And he comes in and he saves Christy, and they just wail on all the toys. Christy's loving it. Smacking things around. She's like a psycho.
Frankly, lady, you're scaring us.
Oh, real good. Really, really good. Alan even gets a sneaky little kiss because he saved her.
Times two. He gets a second one.
He does, but her boyfriend just ran off with his liar pants on fire.
Awful.
I don't know why he takes them off after they've already gone out and then runs away from the house instead of taking his motorbike.
He was terrified.
He's an odd cat. But this fight goes on for a little bit and then they jump on the the little moped scooter bike thing.
Scoot.
And the commandos are in pursuit. And it's pretty funny when it goes to a wide shot and it's quite clearly their stunt doubles riding the bike.
Hell yeah.
Always enjoyable. But we get a big crash and the commandos, are in a fiery explosion. We assume that they're dead.
Dante's Inferno, if you will.
Hey, nice. And we see that Chip is in fact alive and is floating down the river. Finds himself out the front of the big toy outlet.
Yes, and he gets basically an idea to recruit
Recruit an
another
army.
Yeah. We've got the toy designers. They've made their way over to the town and join up with the rest of the crew.
Just in time, too, because Alan and Christie's family really don't believe him.
Nope.
And Erwin and Larry turn up and explain everything, and they're like, see? I think you owe my son an apology. I really like the moment where Larry tries to suggest that Alan is liable for what's been going on.
Yeah,
His dad just punches him in the face. So good. He'll shift blame any way he can. Classic Larry. Chip and the army turn up, and they use Spice Girls as psychological warfare. Phil, I love this song.
This is terrifying almost.
It is. I think it works well.
I think it's a good call to use this.
They've recruited more Gwendy dolls as well.
Even more terrifying.
Oh, yeah. But there's a full-on battle. There are some pretty cool moments in the battle. Like, I like the repurposed tools from the garage being used as weapons. Alan's mum with the tennis racket is great.
Oh, she's killing it.
She is. And I love, we have to stop them before my wife gets tennis elbow. Chip and the remote control helicopter also very good. But they come up with this plan, essentially. And it's all about the EMP, the electromagnetic pulse. And apparently, the power pole transformers will create a pulse that's equivalent to an
military
EMP. That's ridiculous. But whatever. Suspend some disbelief and send old Alan up the pole.
Exactly. That's what happens. The fight of the Valkyries as well. And instead of the helicopter comes in, and then like Chip has is like, I love the smell of polyurethane in the morning.
Yeah, there's a few of those. All quiet on the Western Front lawn.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It is good.
You get the Page Master reference with Sanctuary.
You do, because finally the Gorgonites decide to actually step in.
And do something.
Jeez, about time. So Archer swoops in to help Alan because he's starting to fight with Chip Hazard at the top of the pole.
Yes.
But Archer is no match for him because he's designed to lose and he gets kicked off the power pole.
Yep.
What Alan decides to do, he just grabs Chip Hazard and just jams in between the Transformers. And it's very, very cool. Like, I like the look of all of the different commandos spinning out, overloading. Very, very cool. And they've won.
That's it. The end of the battle.
Dennis Leary comes in and pays everyone off.
Yep.
I
Check
love
here,
that
check
they're
there.
like, it makes it seem like he's going to pay a couple people off and then they're going to be like, you're not going to get away with this. But no, he gets away with it.
It's in his lyric. Of course he does.
Hell yeah.
Of course he does. And then he's going to weaponize the toys.
Yeah, he's like, get in contact with our army division.
Yep. I've got a few people in, it was like Southeast Asia who really sort of enjoy this. It's like, okay, brother, that's weird.
Yeah.
Alan gets another little smoochy smooch with Christy.
Sure does.
And then
As he's cleaning up, who does he find? The bloody Gorgonites.
Nick Nitro.
No, they've barricaded themselves under the satellite dish,
Yep.
and it means that they can now pursue
Gorgon.
Gorgon.
Yep, down the
And-
river they go.
Yeah, it's such a weird ending.
Yeah.
First of all, his dad was upset when that mast was broken. He's going to be pissed when he finds out he just sailed it down the river.
Exactly. He doesn't even have the mast anymore.
But also, he's sending them off on a fool's errand. They're
Yep.
not going to find Gorgon.
No, they
It
don't know that.
exist.
They don't know that.
They go around the
That's-
corner and it just cuts back to Alan laughing.
It's just- This is why I got kicked out of school.
You idiot!
No, that's the sequel. It's just them getting angry that they haven't found Gorgon and coming back to kill
and-
Alan.
Hell yeah.
And then the commando elites have got to save them. Perfect. Writes itself.
Oh dear.
But that's Small Soldiers.
It is. I really enjoyed
That's a small film
returning to
discussion.
it. Yeah, it was, but that's all right.
I had a good time coming back to this film. I was very interested to see like how much of it would be nostalgia and how much of it would be good. Because we've done like a few films like on the pod in like
That
the
we
last
liked
18
and
months.
they
And
haven't.
we came back and we're like, yeah. I mean, I can see why I liked it as a kid. But there's enough fun things, I think, in this film.
Yeah, I think
Not
this
qu-
one held
Not
up.
quite on the level of Gremlins, I think.
Mm.
But I think that's also very much a product of its time. I think that obviously Gremlins came out significantly before this
And
film.
Gremlins is darker.
Correct. And
Yeah.
because they could get away with it back then. Would I like to see a darker Small Soldiers? Yes, absolutely. if someone wanted to make a film like this.
A remake was on the cards for a while, but
Yeah.
then it got cancelled, unfortunately.
Bugger.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have the same voice cast, so
No, it couldn't, unfortunately. And just bring Tommy Lee Jones back.
hell yes. Anyway, shall we move on to Tantalising Trailers?
Let's do it.
Tantalizing films. Trailers. Don't know if we will be a fan. How will it be? We'll know in time.
Okay, so first on my list today, we got a full trailer for Stranger Things Season 5.
Yeah, I got that on my list too.
Yeah, this got me pretty geared up. I was talking to my kids about it in class the other day, and just the fact that we said on the pod not that long ago, actually, how frustrating it is that there's so much time between these. And it just emphasizes how important it is for them to market it properly to get people geared up again.
Yep.
And I think this trailer does exactly that. It was a good trailer.
It is a good trailer. I'm very keen to see how this franchise is tied up. Everyone's already, you can take your bets on who's dying, who's not dying. So the different sort of monsters of the Upside Down that they will face. I'm just keen to be back in this universe again.
As am I. Next up for you, mate?
I've got After the Hunt. It's one that I watched last night. It's Luca Guadagnino's new film. Got Andrew Garfield, Julia Roberts, and
Oh, yeah.
Io Adibri.
And it does
from The
look
Bear.
good at Chino.
That's good. So yeah, like it looks like sort of Julia Roberts is playing like a college professor, and then like one of her colleagues, something happens, and then she's trying to like sort of cover her tracks, and Io Adibri is playing like her sort of pupil or like a TA or something like that. I'm just keen with who's involved in this film. I've spoken at length that I really like The Bear, and I'm keen to see Io in more projects because I think she's absolutely brilliant playing Sydney in The Bear. And Andrew Garfield is kind of like a must-watch for me in most films. So
Yeah, and interesting that he's in a role that almost seems like seedy and sinister.
Yep.
What's really great about this trailer is they give a fair bit of the plot, but they also keep it really ambiguous about actually who is telling the truth and what has actually happened as well. So for a good portion of it, you're like, oh no, something really horrible has happened. And the longer the trailer goes on, the more it makes you question, has it actually, has it not? It's really, really interesting. And I'm not even sure if they will reveal whether the incident has happened or not, or whether they'll get the audience to make their own mind up about it when they're watching. But you're right, it does look pretty good.
it's intriguing.
Next for me, Good Fortune. So Keanu Reeves, Aziz Ansari, and Seth Rogen. So essentially, Aziz Ansari is a little down on his luck. He's sleeping in his car, and Keanu Reeves as a guardian angel, but a pretty low maintenance guardian angel. He's usually assigned to tell people to stop texting while they're driving in case they crash. He shows up and tries to help out Aziz Ansari, and he basically does so by switching his life with Seth Rogen's life, who is his boss and has like this massive mansion. And the whole idea behind it is that he'll make them swap. Aziz Ansari will realize that life isn't all it's cracked up to be, and then he'll want to swap back. But that doesn't look like it's how it plays out. Every problem in his life actually does get fixed by giving him wealth. So yeah, really interesting setup to the film. It just looks like good fun. The three of them look like they're bouncing off each other well. And this kind of a role, like a jokey role for Keanu Reeves for me, is a big win.
Yeah, I like him in comedy stuff. I really enjoyed him in like sort of his small part in Always Be My Maybe. His voice work in things like Toy Story has been really good.
Yes.
And yeah, I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I have seen bits and pieces about this film, so keen to check it out.
Nice.
Next one for me is one that I wouldn't be surprised if it is on your list, considering it is by a director that you and I both highly enjoy their work, and it's Edgar Wright's new film, and it's going to be a remake of The Running Man.
It wasn't on my list. I have seen the trailer though.
Yep. There you go. It's a remake, obviously, of a late 80s Arnie Schwarzenegger film, starring Glenn Powell in his version, and basically it's about sort of like a reality show where someone is going to get hunted down by assassins. And Glenn Powell is the man who is running. It looks really good. I like an action comedy film like this is very much Edgar Wright's one wood, really kinetic sort of filmmaking is what, he's made his brand off. And I think that this narrative and story, I'm keen to see what he does with it. I've never seen the original film at all.
I haven't either.
This looks fun. This looks like a lot of fun. Some good cast outside of Glenn Powell in there as well. We've got Michael Cera, Coleman Domingo, William H. Macy. Yeah, it just looks like a good time. And obviously Glenn Powell is definitely one of those actors who's you're going to be seeing a lot more as a leading man in a lot of things going forward. He does have this very much like a charming sort of action hero vibe about him.
Absolutely.
Why he was so good in Top Gun and Hitman and these sort of things. So yeah, I'm pretty keen for this. Looks good.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with that cast and Edgar Wright.
Yep.
Next on my list is one called Relay. Have you heard of this?
No.
So Riz Ahmed, Lily James, Sam Worthington are the top cast.
Okay.
It's a mystery, thriller, suspense kind of film, but Lily James witnesses something that she shouldn't have and then hires Riz Ahmed as a way to like pay off someone or give back the information that she shouldn't have seen so that she's no longer in danger. And then as a result of that, he gets mixed up in the world of it, and then he's also a target. And it's really interesting, and I think Sam Worthington's probably playing like the law and trying to kind of get them all to come in, but because he is like this ghost type character that you contact secretly, he's really hard to track down. And it's not necessarily something where if someone explained the story to me, it would be that engaging, but it was a really good trailer.
Okay.
And the performances look like they're going to be really good in it, and it's just going to be really suspenseful. So,
I'm down with that.
Relay.
Nice one. I'm going to have to check that out. Next one on my list is full trailer for Predator Badlands. I'm really keen for this because it seems like we're finally getting like a different kind of Predator experience. Obviously, we've got Dakota Fanning or Elle Fanning? Elle Fanning, who's playing kind of like a Weyland-Yutani sort of android situation and basically ends up helping out this young Predator on their first hunt on a really dangerous planet. And it's cool to sort of see a Predator who is not wise, older, mature, and level-headed. You've got this sort of like really emotional and sort of brazen young Predator, and I think that's a really cool concept to have. So yeah, I'm keen to sort of see a little bit more from this film, which this trailer gave me, and see how the two sort of characters sort of play off each other, and as the Predator is going on this hunt for this big old creature. So yeah, it looks fun. I'm keen to go. I like time in this universe. And if that means that we're going to get some slightly better, it's better. Yeah. Better to Badlands.
Better to Goodlands.
That's pretty good. If we're going to get a better portrayal of how the Alien and Predator universes clash together, I'd be pretty happy with that. So, yeah. So here we go.
Nice. Second last one for me. It's a little bit dated. It's we haven't done trailers in a long time though, so we haven't had an opportunity to talk about it. And it's such a big film for the year that I really wanted to mention Wicked for Good.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Really incredible trailer. I think I've mentioned this to you many times before, but when I first saw the trailer for Wicked, the first one, I was like, like I really liked the stage show, but I'm not sure if I'm interested in seeing the film, and then was blown away by the film. So when this trailer came out, I was pumped, really pumped. They've done an incredible job of melding a few of the songs together and having this really smooth transition between them. It looks action-packed. It looks vibrant, beautifully put together. The effects in it look really incredible. Combination of awesome practical sets, but really cool, like CG over the top. The characters are just so engrossing. Like, they were really charming in the first film, so all the little snippets in this one and the emotion that they're bringing to the roles just look awesome. And I'm pretty geared up too, because my understanding is they're going to rope in more of the Wizard of Oz elements as well, and that has me pretty excited. So
yeah, can you say how it all sort of connects back to the classic film, which was always a cool part of sort of watching the second act of Wicked as a stage show. But yeah, keen to see how that gets turned into a feature-length film, basically. I'm hyped for Wicked Part 2. Last one for me is also a Part 2, and that's Mortal Kombat 2.
That's my last one.
Perfect.
So I have questions more than talking about the trailer. So have you seen Mortal Kombat Part 1?
I actually haven't seen it.
Okay.
But I need to watch it.
So when I saw this trailer, I was like, I'm not interested in this. And then Carl Urban, I was like, all right, well, I'll click on it and I'll see it. It is wild. So it's like a fake movie inside the movie, right?
That's the first trailer. Have you seen the second trailer?
No, I haven't.
Oh, so there's like a trailer that sort of...
That's why I have questions, because I've only seen the first trailer.
Okay, so that film's basically advertising the fact that Johnny Cage, who's obviously a really big Mortal Kombat character, is being played by Carl Urban.
but in a fake world inside the real Mortal Kombat world?
So basically, he gets picked to join the team of characters in Mortal Kombat.
I don't know how this world works. I'm real confused.
Basically, he's like a real actor, Johnny Cage.
Okay.
And he gets roped into this martial arts tournament.
Right. So he's a real actor. So this is from a clip from one of his movies inside the movie.
Yeah.
But then he, the actor, also gets picked to do the fighting.
Correct.
The real fighting.
The real Mortal Kombat.
Righto.
So yeah.
Wow. So because the trailer has so much comedy in it, is the first Mortal Kombat funny?
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Yeah, but I never got the vibe that it was.
I think there's elements and stuff like that can be like a little bit jokey. I mean, you've literally got Kano played by Josh Lawson, who's the big Australian. But there is definitely like elements of drama and like thrills and stuff like that from what I have seen. But yeah, a lot of it's like I'm pretty keen now that sort of Carl Urban's involved, and I think I need to go back and I'll just go back and watch the first one and see what happens for this second one. But yeah, from what I understand is that like for big fans of the franchise, which I wouldn't say like I'm a huge Mortal Kombat guy, fans of the franchise have enjoyed how reasonably faithful that first film was. Mm-hmm. There's new characters, I'm pretty sure in the second one they're bringing in Katana and Jade. So they're sort of fleshing out that universe more outside of like Garrus and like Reptile and Scorpion and Sub-Zero and these sort of characters. So yeah.
Yeah, right. Cool. Was that your last one?
It was.
Alrighty. Well, as always, guys, please do remember to like, subscribe, share it around, and make sure you are commenting with ideas for future films or segments you'd like us to tackle. And on that note, our battery has run out, but our memory will keep going and going and going. Thanks very much, guys, and catch you at the next film club.
And going and going and going.
It's like the battery. Is it Duracell or Everready Super Heavy Duty?
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
It's got both.